Okay, it's a kind of a dreary day, but I believe it's time to introduce everybody to Henry. This is Henry, my 1930 model A Ford Tudor. So I'll just give you a kind of a brief tour. I think he's kind of a nice looking car, actually. There he is, Henry. There's Henry. Let's take a look at Henry's engine. Want to? I think we should. This is Henry's engine. There we go. That is Henry's engine. He is a 4-cylinder of 200-inch displacement, generating right at 40 horsepower at 2200 RPM. And I think we ought to fire him up. Let's go start up Henry. Well, having trouble getting the keys out. Alright, let's get into Henry. Okay, he's a two-door. He's got lots and lots and lots of glass area, so you can see out of him real good. You don't see out of him very good to the back. So, amongst the next things that I get is going to be a set of rear view mirrors. Apparently they were thought extraneous back when the car was built. There probably wasn't enough traffic around you to concern you. So we're going to start Henry up for you. And we do that by going down here. And right here, maybe you can see there's a gas valve. So we turn Henry's gas on. Then we go up here and we make sure that's a spark lever. It has to do with retarding and advancing the spark timing. So they call it spark. So we retard the spark by putting it all the way up. Okay? We make sure that we are in neutral, that the parking brake is set. Indeed, right there, there's the parking brake. Gear shift is in neutral. Let's richen the mixture by closing him and then opening him up about 3/4 of a turn. Okay, over here, here's a hand throttle, and we bring him down just a couple notches to there, and then we reach down under here. The starter pedal is way down here on the floorboard, about right there. You may not even be able to see it. Okay, so what we do is we turn on the ignition, and then we reach down with our foot and grab and put the foot on the starter button, which is down on the floorboard, and we pull the choke out just briefly. By doing that, pull the choke out, and then put the choke back in. There we go. A little bit damp this morning. Make sure the car, Make sure the fire is lit. Go back over here and lean the mixture out a little bit to about there. Maybe a little too early to do that. Let's open it back up. Yeah. Oh, let's go watch his engine run. There we go. There's Henry running in all his glory. Okay, let's go see if I can do this trick here. And we're going to shut the throttle off just a little bit. Get it down to that famous Model A slow idle. There's the tailpipe. I think that's about 350 revolutions a minute. Carburetor has no oil air filter on it at all. And that's the sucking sound. It's the carburetor breathing. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to advance the spark a little bit. And my little invention that I put on this thing, because the alternator doesn't like to wake up. It's got an alternator on it instead of a generator, so I put a little jumper wire across two portions of the between the case and one connection on the alternator, and put a switch on it inside. And normally it takes a lot of RPM to wake up the alternator and get him to charging, but I put a button down here that makes that connection. Watch me when I push it. Watch again. There we go. There, it woke up the alternator, and now we're actually charging the battery. Well, that's all I think for this this little demonstration. So I'm going to do the normal shut-off drill. I'm going to reach down here, underneath here, and I'm going to turn the gas off, because the carburetors tend to leak. This is gravity feed. There's pressure on them